Jane Heafy, head teacher here at St Mark's. Celebrating 50 years. What's this last year been like? Have you really enjoyed celebrating 50 years?
Absolutely. I always say to people that St Mark's isn't about the building. It's about every individual that has walked through the door. Every child, every member of staff, every parent that's been involved is St Mark's. And throughout this year, we've had a chance to meet people that were from the first year group that ever came in 1965, all the way through to our current year 7s who started in this very special year. And we've tried to celebrate since September all the way through. And we ended our reunion celebrations last week with a big reunion of past pupils, past parents and past staff, having a tour around the school with our current students, showing them the changes, what's the same, and really just celebrating all of that continuing ethos that has gone through in the last 50 years.
Because you mentioned the word ethos. Now, Mr O'Shea, you know,
First headmaster.
There was a particular ethos that he inculcated here. Could you tell us a little bit about that? And do you still, had that baton been passed on to you?
I think so. There's been 4 head teachers at St Mark's. Mr O'Shea was the first, and Mr Quinn, and then Mr Bromwyn, and then myself. Each of us have always believed that St Mark's is for every child. The Catholic, which really means universal, we do believe is universal. We do believe that each individual that walks through the door is important and needs to be supported, nurtured, and really just made to feel that they belong to the family of St Mark's. And that has gone through. And Mr O'Shea, Mr Quinn, Mr Bromwyn and myself all absolutely believed in that. And that's what we continue to try to do every single day.
I've just been speaking to year 7 students and I was deeply impressed. I'm not just saying that because I have to declare a prejudicial interest as a former pupil, but their questioning at year 7 about journalism was really good. Is that natural or is that encouraged?
That is encouraged. We always encourage our children to question, politely of course. For us it's very important that we are a very multicultural and multi-faith school. Although we are Catholic, it's about our ethos, our values that underpin everything we do, rather than what they have to do as a Catholic school. And I think that questioning, that celebrating, that whole inquiry of wanting to know about others and to understand how others think, believe, and question that, but also accept it and celebrate it, and also have that reassurance themselves that their views are valued, their views are important, and others will listen to them as well. So that is very much encouraged, and so questioning is very much a part of what we do here at St Mark's.
Is every subject taught? I mean, you've always had a sixth form,
Yes.
And do you have to qualify to come into your sixth form?
You do. We are an academic sixth form. Students do need to get 5 A stars to C with maths and English to come here. Although being Catholic, we do open up the doors because sometimes the odd child can have a disaster in a particular exam, and what we try to do is encourage them and support them and give them that chance. What we're so proud of at St Mark's is that we look at every individual. We take every individual on their merit and what they want to do, and we support them through that. And sometimes that may mean they come here for a year 12 and do extra GCSEs or resit their maths and English while doing an AS or 2, and they may do a 3rd year in the sixth form as well. But we are so proud that usually 90% of our students leave here at year 13 going on to university, and quite often the first in their families. People have been given a chance of life, and if that is what they want to do. Again,
sorry to make this again, but I was a plodder here at this school. Yeah. I struggled, but I would not have got to, and the first of my family in 1981 to go off to university. But I believe it's because Mrs. Pieris, Julia Pieris, David Mawson, these subjects, English and history, they encouraged me, they sat down with me, they sat down with me again in case I wasn't getting stuff. Is that and that level of support was never matched again in my life, but it set me up, I felt. That level of support still there?
Oh, absolutely. I've only spoke to my staff last night and said to them, I've never seen a school where on the staff room door there isn't a do not disturb during break and lunch. Our staff are in here from 8 o'clock in the morning supporting the children before school, break times, lunch times, after schools, weekends, holidays. And they don't get paid extra for this. They're doing it for love of the children and wanting to make sure that that child has every support. So the staff here are amazing. They go above and beyond. And that, as I said, isn't because as head teacher I say they have to do that. It's because they want to do that. And they do treat each child, as I said, as a unique individual that needs different support. It's not just this is one fits all, you come or you don't. It is each individual is supported.
Well, going back to yours, because it's about the celebration of 50 years, the people from past pupils that came here over the last, say, week or so, etc., did you get to chat to them? Did you get
Oh, absolutely.
good memories?
Very good memories, lots of students wishing they were back here. Lots of changes they feel in some respects in terms of our new sixth form blocks, on science labs that have been renovated, but actually the feel of the school and the basic nature of it felt so comfortable and so at home, as if they were just walking back in again. I think also we've had displays up around the school, so they're quite interested in trying to find the display for the 1960s, 70s, 80s, and seeing photographs and memories of people that they were here with, meeting up people on the evening as well, because we had a tea with them and they were able to meet up with ex-colleagues, ex-friends, have a chance to have a look around and just really reminisce. And they were just so impressed and just felt as if they wanted to walk back through the door again.
Do they have any particular in their fond memory? Now, I could say, as I said, it was the amount of support, but also really enjoyed being here. You know, did you get a feel of what people particularly liked about from the 60s, 70s, 80s, etc.?
I think what it mostly was the opportunities that St Mark's presented. It was never a can't do culture. It was always, yes, we can. Might not be quite yet, but we can do it and we will do it for you. And we listen to the pupils, and we've always listened to the pupils. We're always a very strict school, so children always knew where they were and where they stood, but they felt safe because of that. And they also knew that their voice would be heard, and so that they could do that. And that was the impression that I got from that evening. Yes, of course, you heard about pupils that suddenly would do naughty things and get away with it, and the teacher would sort of be talking to them. But that's part and parcel of life. We're very much about, we all make mistakes in life. We can all fail, we can all make mistakes, but St Mark's is about giving you another chance. It's about looking at that, forgiving the fact that you've done something wrong, and then just moving on.
We've spoken a lot about 50 years, the future. I mean, one thing, it's a bit tight in the car park, isn't it?
Very.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we can't. Planning permission won't give us any more car parking spaces. But actually, we are looking at trying to remove things like our porta cabins. Budgets are always going to be tight and tighter, but it's trying to maintain the facilities for the children and actually giving them the best facilities we can as we go through. But for me, the most important thing is, as you said, is the staff. It's those relationships. It's making sure that we've got the best quality staff so that our children get the best results and every child gets better than they are targeted to get. And we don't just look at the higher achievers or the middle or the less able. Every child we look at, and that's very, very important to us. So our English baccalaureate, you know, we're one of the highest in Essex every year for the last few years since the measure has come out. We've been in the highest in Harlow. So with the English, maths, science, languages and history, our staff are doing amazing work with our students. Our Progress 8, looking at 8 subjects, and every child's score on 8 subjects, every child, we have got positive value added for those, and that has been increasing every year. We do a broad and balanced curriculum for our children so that every child has an opportunity. If they've got specialist subject that they like, they have an opportunity to do it. We're not just driving them down the English baccalaureate route or the arts route. They have a wide range of subjects that they can do, and at A level, 32 different subjects available.
So the future's bright for St Mark's.
Very bright for St Mark's, and we just need them to come in and learn and to enjoy learning, and if they do that, they will succeed.
Elaine Heatley, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.